This video is a response to a question I receive very regularly. I'm going to talk about how to remove this little wedge from a Colt style cap and ball revolver, even when it's really stuck. I'm Dustin and you're watching Guns of the West. Well, like I said, I get asked about this a lot, very regularly. In fact, the inspiration for this video specifically was because I opened an email tonight. At the time of this recording, it was tonight. Another viewer asking me how to get this out, said they've tried everything, it just won't come off. Now, the good news is this is typically only a problem when the gun is brand new. Once you get that wedge out once, generally speaking, not without exception, but generally speaking, it comes out much easier every time after that. Now, really, there are only two tools needed for this job. One is a non-metallic mallet, and the other is a strong will to prevail, because that's what it sometimes takes. But let's give you an up-close demonstration of how to do this. All right, so you've just bought a brand new cap and ball revolver. You're excited to get it out and shoot, but you go to take it apart to get it cleaned up before taking it to the range, and this wedge just will not come out. So the purpose of this video is to show you the way I do it, and there maybe are other ways, but I can tell you, for what it's worth, I have never failed. I have no cap and ball revolvers that have never been fired because I couldn't get a wedge out. I've gotten the wedge out of every single one of them, so I hope this video will help you. Now, the wedge needs to go that direction to come out, unless you have a Walker revolver. That's the only one that will go the other direction. And if we look right up here, I'm using my thumbnail to point. You can see the main wedge there, but then you see this little piece right here, which is a spring-loaded clip. You might be able to see on camera. I can press that down like this, and that needs to go down in order for the wedge to go out, to come out the other side, because it has a little hook that wants to grab onto the side of the barrel assembly right here. So I'm going to take a mallet, non-metallic. You don't want to scratch up a gun, especially on a beautiful engraved one like this. This is just rubber, a little soft on this side, a little harder on this side. I've seen plastic ones, that's fine. I've even used a wood mallet before. Just nothing metallic that's going to scratch or dent or anything like that. Now what I'm going to do is not just tap straight in, because again, I've got that clip there. So when I tap on these, I come at it in sort of a inward, downward simultaneously. So a little bit on an angle, just like this. And you can see I did knock that out. And by coming in on that angle, it pushes that spring-loaded clip down as it drives the wedge out. So now I can just pull it out from the other side. And there's a better look at that little spring-loaded clip there. But let's go ahead and put it back in and talk a little more about this, because I know what some of you are saying right now. Dustin, I tried that, I wailed on it, and it still wouldn't come off. If you try to do that and it won't come off, first of all, don't try just one tap. This is not a brand new revolver. This wedge has been out many times, and so it's easy to do. But on the brand new guns, it might take a few good whacks at it to get it to come out. Now, if you've decided, you're convinced it's just not coming out that way, I'm going to show you just a couple more tricks with the mallet. And doing these tricks, and also one with the loading lever, with these combination of things, I've never had it fail to come out. So I'm going to take the mallet, and I'm going to tap, not very hard, but just right up on this area here, and then down here. And what I'm doing as I alternate that, is I'm slightly, and I mean very slightly, rocking this barrel like this. I'm exaggerating with my hand. It's like microscopic movement, just to kind of wiggle it on the arbor as much as it possibly can. And then I'll just give another whack in and down on that angle and try again to see if I loosened it up. If that doesn't work, another thing is to pull down the loading lever. And if I put the hammer at half cock, that puts this on the cylinder between two chambers. So as I pull down, that's leveraging, and it's pulling the barrel away from the cylinder. Again, microscopic movements, but if I just put a little pressure, not hard, but just put a little pressure and pull, then I'll put that back. And now this is the part I hate. I've never caused a problem or damaged a gun, but on principle, I hate tapping on the muzzle. But I am going to just lightly tap a few times like that. And now what I've done by pulling the lever and then doing that is I'm moving the barrel back and forth this way, and then give it another in and down angled whack to get it out. Now I said the other tool in addition to your mallet was a strong will to prevail, because it may take numerous tries, but the steps I just showed you are all I've ever done to get a wedge out. No matter how stuck they are, repeating those steps, maybe going back to the beginning, starting here again. If it doesn't work, repeat tapping here and rocking it, and then pulling on the lever, tapping at the muzzle, and just repeat this and it will come out. I promise. Well, as always, I really hope you enjoyed the video today, maybe even found the information helpful. And if your wedge was stuck, I hope it helped you get it out so you can finally get out there and start enjoying your nice revolver. Please don't forget to click that like button down below and subscribe to the channel so you can be here for more videos. There are always plenty more coming. Also, if you look in the description, you'll see where to find me on social media, as well as where to find all the Great Guns of the West products. Thank you so much for watching.